I have never met a woman I thought should be doing porn. And it's something that always bothered me because anytime I was around this element, I could tell something was off. And I first verbalized this with a woman, but it was, I was talking with her and I was like, this doesn't mean to me what it does to you. Like, these are two completely different things. And it, for lack of a better expression, it left me raw. And it's a feeling I've never gotten over since then. And it's something I've always been very careful about because it is possible to convince people of things. And honestly, in a lot of cases, it's not very difficult to manipulate or convince. I would consider manipulation and convincing largely the same thing. I know a lot of people don't, but it, you have to move parts to get the thing where you wanted it. You, by definition, manipulated it. Like, I don't know how else to quantify that. But I've never met a woman who I thought wanted to be doing porn, who enjoyed it. And there are parts of it, obviously, that certain girls or women did enjoy, but it's off. It's not an act of like inspired passion. It's not something they would be doing something else if they could or understood how. And it's not that they're idiots. There's a lot of bright girls in it, but I've just never met one I thought wanted to be doing this as like this is I have nowhere I'd rather be. The idea of hooking up with random guys is just not that exciting usually to most women. Some of them do get off kind of on the idea of it, but still in practice, it's different. Um, like I said, I'm not saying they don't exist. I've just never met them because I've met girls who enjoy stripping. I've met a lot of women who enjoy stripping. It's, there's no touching as well in stripping. It's just guys looking at them and desiring them. And that is, they're being objectified as well, but often the girls getting off kind of on that, or it's something they find enjoyable, being desired by that many people, being looked at as a sex object. Obviously not all the time, but that's something people are into. Now, I arguably like promiscuous women. I like girls that do crazy things. I like women that do crazy things. I like aggressive women. I like people with personalities, people with strong personalities, people that aren't going to fold to everything I say because I think a lot of crazy shit in general. So, usually I like to be around people that have strong personalities, that have will, and this includes in women. And I like women that do crazy things. So, like, I always have been around people like this. And I've never found a woman that actually enjoyed doing porn. So, I don't know what to make of that. Like I said, I'm not saying they don't exist anywhere in the world, and I've never been in like the I don't want to call it generic porn world, but like the stuff that comes out of like the area of California. Like there's one like area where like all this real glossed pornography comes from. Like big tits, big dicks, like that kind of sheen. Um, it from what I understand, that stuff all comes out of like one area in California, really. And I've never been involved with those people. I've always been involved in the internet side of it and the more, dare I say, independent side of it. But those are always the people that were running their own show. And so I don't know what those women say or think. I've never even talked to them. I met one or two like legitimate adult film stars, and one of them barely spoke English. She was from, she was Dutch or something. I don't remember. I've seen pictures of her in magazines and stuff, but I don't know her. Like I couldn't communicate with her. So it didn't really do much good. But I've never met a girl who I thought wanted to be doing this. And that's always made me very uncomfortable. You know, people do things like, obviously, not everyone who's working as a ditch digger likes digging holes. Like, it is a compromise. But there's something about doing like adult entertainment, doing porn, that makes it different. And it bothers me when no one wants to be doing it. It becomes ugly. Like it's no longer something that's fun. Like when somebody's energy is completely fake, and like that's, to someone like me, that's an abomination. Um, but you know, I don't even know how to explain what I mean exactly. So hopefully it somewhat comes across, because it always bothers me, and it's something I have been extremely careful about, because it's, once again, it's very easy to fold people's wills, or make them see things from a certain perspective that just so happens to align with your interests. These things are forms of manipulation to me and should not really be done. But that's a different story. No, I've never met a person or a woman that wanted to be doing porn as like, this is something I enjoy, even though I have a job doing whatever. Like, I do this on the side for fun. Like the OnlyFans stuff is more in line with stripping, because often it's not like hardcore porn. And from what I understand, OnlyFans really doesn't even allow like stuff that, as soon as you start getting out of the soft core element, they start not liking it so much. So to me, that's more in line with stripping, which I'm not gonna say is like what I think people should be their first choice, but there are women that like doing that. There are women that have fun doing that, and I can see through the women I've known, like how wearing different outfits and having people look at you and desire you. I can see how girls like that would find that fun. But like, as far as just fucking like five or six random guys throughout a day. Now, I have seen situations where the girls know the actors, and like they have more fun that way, because they are familiar with these guys. They know them, they have a relationship with them. So, like, that I would personally see as someone like actually enjoying it. But yeah, yeah. And like I said, I'm not saying they don't exist. It's just I've never met them, and I know a lot of people. But like I said, I don't really know that many people I would consider nice or emotionally healthy, and my therapist tells me they exist all over the place. But maybe they hide from me. I don't know. So maybe these women that like doing porn all hide from me too. So take it for what it's worth.